I think if a man is taking a woman on a date and he doesn't have the money to pay, then don't go on a date.
You go on a walk in the park.
If you're a dude and all you can afford is to take a girl for a walk in a park, you don't have time for that walk. You should go and make some money.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omaomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we're discussing walking date as a first date. Now apparently it seems like some guys are suggesting that the first date be a walking date, and people have opinions about walking date as a first date.
I think if a man is taking a woman on a date and he doesn't have the money to pay, then don't go on a date.
You go on a walk in the park.
If you're a dude and all you can afford is to take a girl for a walk in a park, you don't have time for that walk. You should go and make some money because you've got bigger problems.
What? You can get some pastries and a bottle of champagne and have a picnic at the park. That's so nice. After work hours. What do you mean? You don't have a life? You just work?
I'm just saying that you have to kind of get your priorities straight. As a man, if you are concentrated on improving yourself, financial is one of them, but your health, your mindset, all of that, the correct woman is going to come. But if you're putting your effort into finding a partner instead of effort into bettering yourself, then of course you're going to have drama because the partner that you're attracting is a partner who will settle for your dumbass. Go and improve yourself. Go and get done.
Do you guys think it's weird to get asked out on a walking date, like a first date, and you go on a walk? Because on one hand, I'm like, that's such little effort and I deserve to be wined and dined like in the movies. But then on the other hand, I'm like, I totally get it. Like, what if we don't click and then we have to sit through 2 drinks or whatever the fuck? Most of my first dates though are at night, and so I'm like, where are we gonna go walk around like Maria Hernandez at night? I don't know.
I'm about to meet this guy for coffee and a walk, and let me just say this. Walking dates are the best kind of first dates. Fresh air, good conversation, zero spend or pressure, and if nothing comes of it, at least I went outside.
This guy just messaged me on Hinge and he was like, hey, we should go for a walk sometime. And I'm just like, why would I go and do my makeup to walk for a first date? Like, I can understand I did it once in COVID and it kind of made me want to die because it's like you don't really know how long you're going to walk for and it's kind of awkward to leave. Like, are we agreeing on 3-kilometer walk, 5-kilometer walk? Like, anyways, like, I don't really think I give off I want to go for a walk kind of vibe, but maybe I do. But I just want to put it out into the universe that I do not. Like, if you're asking me on a date, best believe you're feeding me or giving me alcohol, like one or the other.
What is your feeling on the walk date?
Oh no, I've seen those prompts, or like, instead of going out for drinks or dinner, let's go for a walk or let's go get coffee or blah blah. I've never been approached like that. I've always.
Well, I wonder where it comes from. Because that's the thing.
100%. Is that on y'all side? Is that a girl thing?
Well, yeah. I mean, the men are usually the ones asking for the date. So
usually someone that's like really healthy or like read your profile and it's like, oh, they must like want to do something healthier.
So I feel like if the girl's like, hey, how about we do this instead of blah blah, y'all are sketchy on the guy because just by looking and we're like, I don't want to commit to dinner right off the bat, but like, let's do something small and see how the vibes go.
Because the way it feels to me is it feels like, because first off, I think you can have a alcohol-free date. You can go to coffee, you can get ice cream. I think if it's an alcohol thing or like, say you're, a cop that works overnight, so maybe your schedules, you just can't really do drink dates. You can still do like a coffee type thing. So when I hear about the walking date, I think it's either like a few things. I think it's either they're going on a lot of dates and they're trying to fit people in to the point where the costs are starting to add up. So they're doing, almost like a date zero type deal. Or I think of it as, maybe there's some sort of, axe to grind against feeling like, oh, they're all after my wallet. I've got to make sure this person's legit first. Because like the thing is for me is, for a first date, I really think you need to be sitting and looking at somebody in the eye.
100%.
Like, and maybe it's just kind of like how male friendships works. I feel like male friendships, it's very much like shoulder to shoulder. They go golfing together. They play basketball together. Female friendships, it's you do wine and drinks together. You're looking at each other in the eye. So maybe it's like kind of maybe easier for men just based on like how their friendships typically operate. But I just couldn't imagine a first date where you're walking, you're not looking at each other in the eye. At least to start.
That's awkward.
Yeah, I think if you're going drinks date, hey, this is really nice. Like maybe you don't want to get another drink. You got work the next day. Let's do a quick walk around the lake. No big deal. But I wonder where that walk date comes from. And like I get the health conscious thing, but just like starting in a walk, I just think is kind of weird.
I just realized that the most elite first date is going on a walk. Let me elaborate on that. So I'm originally from Copenhagen, Denmark. I know it doesn't look like it or sound like it, but I am. And back home, going on a walk is a very common date. Like, think about it. You're not stuck at a table. You're not stuck at a bar. You're not spending money on or like getting someone to spend money on you with someone you don't even know if you like. You don't have to think about like where to look, like awkward silence. You're just like out in nature, and like there's entertainment on the street wherever you are as like a buffer.
A lot of people in this generation think dating/dates can only be fancy dinners out. I don't know where people lost the plot or the premise, but finding somebody you want to date, you want to marry, you need to be able to like them. So you're gonna have to do other things besides fancy dinners. One of the best dates I've been on started off as coffee. The girl I was seeing, she said, let's do coffee Saturday morning and bop around the city and get to know each other. We went from coffee to a little shopping at Anthropology. Then we stopped into another spot. I got an espresso martini. We walked around the city, and then we ended off at a little dive bar for lunch. We got to know each other. We laughed. We walked all around downtown Chicago, and that date lasted 6 hours. It was so much fun. Dating doesn't have to only be a fancy dinner out for an aesthetic. I'd be confused because there's so much more to life than just dinners. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, or your wife, you think that's all you're going to do in your relationship is just fancy dinners out? You can't do shit else? People will literally see videos of couples walking on the lake, doing a picnic, doing other activities, and they want that. But when a date comes around that's a little bit different than just a fancy steak dinner, it's clipped! I think our generation is doomed.
Taking a girl on a walk as a first date is absolutely unacceptable. Man, y'all making it real hard. You're gonna take her on a fucking walk? Are you, bro, go to Topgolf. Go to dinner. Do some cliche shit, bro. Go to Wild Adventures. Laser tag. Anything. You're gonna take her on a walk? Maybe it's because I live in Florida, but these gnats and it's hot. That just sounds like a bad idea. Shit, take her to the nice side of town and get some coffee, a little coffee date, a little coffee and crumpets, little brunch spot, whatever, bro. There should be some gesture made, especially if you're the one asking to take her out. Now look, if y'all friends and y'all get together on some cool shit and it's strictly mutual, like we both fucking with each other, we gonna try this out, okay, whatever goes. But generally, it's a guy trying to take a girl like, hey, I like you, I think you pretty, I want to get to know you. You asked her on a date and you going, nah, let's go take a walk. Don't piss me off. If my daughter say, oh, I met a nice guy, he said he wants to go on a date, I'll say, where you taking you, baby? On a walk? I might knock her ass out. I made a video last week, so I cannot get over it, but there's a lot of women who have never been on a date with a man that got them pregnant. Y'all letting those type of dudes run these arguments. Y'all letting those type of dudes, like, champion these debates. Should a first date be a walk? Fuck no. Because that's the type of shit that happens. You get pregnant by somebody who ain't never took you to Chili's. I hate to tell you, ladies. Most men, their main objective when they first see you, all this love at first sight shit, Disney got y'all in a chokehold. They see you, they think you look good, they thinking about fucking. Most men, their ultimate goal from the time they lay eyes on you is not love at first sight. It's lust at first sight. They want to. For as little effort as possible, don't be one of these girls.
So earlier this week, I made a video about this woman who was saying that she was asked out on 4 different dates by 4 different men, and they were all walking dates. And I was like, man, the bar is really low. It was bad enough they were asking women out on coffee dates, but now it's walking dates. But I just saw a video from a woman, I think her name is Black Woman Things, and she was talking about how a man was like, you know what, let's just meet in the parking lot of the establishment. Let's check the vibe. See if we're feeling each other before we even go inside, before we even spend time together, before we even spend any money and all that. Let's just meet in the parking lot. So this is what happens when the bar is already low. The men are going to try to make it even lower. It's bad enough that even for the coffee dates, I've heard about dudes arriving for the coffee date early, already ordering their food, sipping on their coffee and waiting for you. And then when you come into the establishment, they tell you, I'm going to stay and hold the seat. Because that's their way of making sure that you buy your own coffee. So even the coffee date wasn't them buying the coffee. Like, they were trying to weasel their way out of that. This is what I'm talking about. When you allow them to have the bar low, they'll find a way to make it even lower.
And it's not even about the money being spent, it's about the effort level. The walking dates wouldn't be so bad if they actually put some thought into it. Like, I read your profile and I saw that you said you always want to do a picnic in the park. Let's walk around the park and then have a picnic. These men want the most from you while offering you the least. A man with some imagination can make the walking date the most romantic thing ever, but some of them lack imagination.
Well, it seems like people are divided. Some people are for walking dates as first date, and some people are against walking date as a first date. Some people think that walking date as a first date is a cheap date, and it shows that the guy doesn't value the lady. Some people feel like a walking date is a perfect opportunity to know the other person without so much pressure, without so much financial obligation and the rest. Now, some people are saying that they will never do a walking date after they've had a bad experience or a terrifying experience the first time they decided to do a walking date. Now, some people are like, no, that a walking date is punishment, and it means that the person doesn't value them, that they are not the kind of people that would do walking dates. Now, personally, a walking date to me is not a bad idea, but it depends on the type of walking date. Now, in a walking date where you are hiking with someone that you don't know for the first time in a place where anything can happen is a very bad idea. First of all, hiking is not my portion, because why am I hiking? I did not come to this world to intentionally suffer. Maybe later on, maybe when I'm in my fitness era, maybe, but now I'm not in my fitness era. So hiking to me is a punishment, and it's a terrifying situation to put yourself into, especially if you don't know the person. Now, if you knew the person, maybe it's a friend or something that you have now decided to start dating, that you are sure that this person will not be a danger to you, then maybe a hiking date is not a bad idea, because you guys are comfortable with each other, you know each other and everything. But if it's someone that is a stranger, please no. Now, a walking date in a park that ends with you having a picnic, or maybe going to a coffee shop or a bakery or something, and then maybe having light snacks and coffee or tea or a drink, it's okay to me. To be honest, it's okay to me, because there is less pressure. You don't have to dress up so much. And if you like the person, you can go on a second date. If you don't like the person, at least you didn't have to like dress up, wear a dinner gown or fancy dress and shoe, do your makeup and hair. Walk in a park, you don't have to do so much. A walking date, you don't have to do so much. But this walking date that I'm saying is a walk in a park where there are other people, and then you end up with a picnic or in a coffee shop or something. Not just walk and go home. I cannot walk and lose calories and not eat something that the guy will pay for, definitely. If it's just a walking date without any food at the end of it, no, I'm not doing that. But personally, the whole dinner date, I'm not someone that likes the dinner date, because I'm weird. I don't know how I'm supposed to behave on a dinner date as a first date. I would be so nervous. I will be so self-aware. I'll be so self-conscious. I'll be thinking of a lot of things, and I probably will not enjoy that dinner date. This is me talking about myself. With my weirdness, I would definitely not like to go on a dinner date as a first date. In fact, I don't think I would like a dinner date for the first 6 months of dating or 1 year, which I know is weird, but I really want a situation where I'm very, very comfortable with my partner, with the person I'm dating, that I don't feel like I have to be on my best behavior when we go for dinner. Because tell me, dinner date is like, you have to be prim and proper, especially if it's in a fancy restaurant. You're like, oh my goodness, I have to do my hair, do my makeup, wear heels, wear dress. I don't want to be stressed up like that. In the initial time of knowing someone, I don't want to be on my best behavior while trying to know somebody, because things used to change when you get married or as you continue dating. So I feel like personally I would love a dinner date when I'm very, very comfortable with the person. Now, dates before, I prefer something that it's fun, light, something that I will be comfortable with. I don't have to wear a dress. I might just have to wear jeans, a top. Dates like a walk in the park, a picnic, coffee shop date, bakery date, fast food court, those kind of things. Other things like maybe amusement park, shopping date, even going to the library, going to the bookshop, something like that. Things that are very not so heavy, because a dinner date is heavy to me. But the other ones are just like light, fun, and I can be weird as I want to be. I can be silent and you're okay with it. Going to the theater, going to outside theater, all those kind of things. I would love those kind of dates before the dinner date, because I'm weird. I'm very weird. So a dinner date will make me feel funny, but this is my own preference. It might not resonate with you, but this is me just talking about kind of dates that I prefer when I'm getting to know someone. So it's not heavy. I can talk as I want. I can be what I want. I can probably not wear makeup on those dates, but with a dinner date, I have to do everything, which can be very annoying. So personally, a walking date, like I specified, is not a bad idea to me. I know some people are like, what? But it's not a bad idea to me. In my own opinion, I feel like it's a very good starting point. But like I said, it must end with a picnic or at a coffee shop where we eat maybe snacks or something that the guy will definitely pay for. Personally, I don't like the bad dates, going to get drinks in the night and the rest, because I don't drink alcohol. And I hate to be outside in the night. I am just something else. I hate to be outside in the night. One of the reasons is because I really don't see clearly in the night. So I don't want to be in a situation where I'm not feeling safe, because I cannot see people except it is well lit. Sometimes in the night I don't see people, but I can identify them with their voice. So I don't like going out in the night. So the bad date is not something that I like, which is another reason why I don't like dinner dates. And I feel like, okay, if I'm going to go for dinner dates, I have to be very, very, very comfortable with the person and trust the person, which is why I said 6 months, 1 year. So this is my own preference. That's my own thoughts about the walking date. I don't know what you guys think about walking date as a first date. Do you think it's a bad idea? Do you think it's a good idea? I would love to hear your own opinion, so please leave it in the comment section. If you have any preference for dates when trying to get to know someone, I would love to hear your own type of date, your own ideal type of dates, especially in the first 6 months of knowing someone. So please leave your comment in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.